Hello and welcome to this video presentation from easyLog. This one looks at our staff scheduling software and particularly focuses on the functionality it has to enable you to pay two different people at two different rates within the same job function. This facility may be of particular use to those organisations that have taken over other companies and therefore under TUPE terms and conditions are legally bound to pay those people at the existing rates and terms and conditions they are on with their previous employer. It may also be of benefit to organisations that have separate contracts for each job in which a worker is employed. Not only can the software pay the people at different rates for each contract they're on, but it can also hold separate information about holidays and sickness for each contract as well. Later on in this video, I'll also touch on the functionality that the system has for allowing you to define employees that are paid extra money for working over their contracted hours during the course of a week or a month or whatever period that you define. So let's begin with a simple example. What we're looking at on screen here is our staff scheduling software and a job function called Cedar House Support Workers. What I'll do is particularly focus on two employees. We have Olga here, who is a relatively new employee on a new contract terms and conditions, and she's employed for up to 40 hours in a week. And Duncan is a long-term employee that's on a 35-hour contract on the old terms and conditions. If we see, looking at the rota here, that they are on different shifts during the course of the week, but both are actually working on a 7-hour shift on the Sunday. Olga on a 7 till 2 and Duncan on a 9 till 4. What we'll do now is take a look at the reports and the pay analysis that's come automatically from the rota, from those hours existing of those shifts for each day of the week. We'll go to the financial reports, and what we're looking at here is an analysed timesheet for the employees, and we've selected Olga and Duncan. So in Olga, we can see here that for all the hours she's worked during the week, she's been paid at the same rate, which is a basic hours rate from Monday, as you can see there, through all the way till Sunday with a total at the end. However, if we look at Duncan, we can see that he's on completely different terms and conditions. He's actually being paid at a weekday hour rate for those days he worked between Monday and Friday, and then for the Sunday he's being paid at a weekend hours rate. So therefore you can see from this that automatically these two employees within the same job function have been analysed to different pay rates because of the different contractual terms that they're on. Now the ability to define this comes from a function called pay profiles, which we'll go into now. You define a pay profile by job function, but as you can see in the top two here, we have two pay profiles. One's called Cedar House Support Worker new contract and one's old contract. You can also define as many pay profiles as you need to reflect the different terms and conditions that people are on within a single job function. If we therefore look at the new contract pay profile, we can see that this grid here defines Sunday through to Saturday, midnight through to midnight, and that any employee that's on the grade of having a new contract, that is defined on their staff record, will be paid at a basic rate, that's the rate in blue, across the entire week. However, if we now look at the old contract terms and conditions and the pay profile there, we can see that Monday to Friday are paid at one rate and weekends are being paid at a different rate in orange, which is the weekend rate. Notice as well, a pay profile allows you to define bank holidays or public holidays. You can therefore define these payments for bank holidays being at different rates for different people within the same job function again. And this also allows you to define when bank holidays are as well. So moving on from that, let's look at people that are employed on contracts where they might earn additional money if they go over that number of hours of working in whatever period that you have defined in the contract. Maybe it's a week or 4 weeks or a month. That facility is defined per person, so we need to go to the staff records, go into employee data and go into this function here called hours per month. As you can see here, I'm looking at John Brown as an employee, and he has a particular terms and conditions for his contract. As you can see in this screen here, he is on a contract looking over 28 days in which he should be working 160 hours. The functionality here, though, however, says that he's paid at an hourly pay or basic rate for those 160 hours, but if he then goes over that 160 hours, he'll automatically be paid at an hourly over contract rate, which obviously might be an enhanced or additional rate for working over that. So any hour earned 161 hours or beyond will automatically be paid at that rate. So there's no need now to calculate those number of hours, add up those hours during the course of the 28 days or whatever period it is you run the contract for. The software will automatically do that for you. So that concludes this brief presentation about some of the different ways you can pay people and the different sort of terms and conditions you can apply to an individual employee. I trust it's been of interest. Please have a look at our website to get some further information, or please contact us using the details provided if you want to discuss your particular needs further. Thank you very much.